Welcome to Laura's World. This morning, I am going all the way over to England to meet someone that my good friend Kim from Sober is the New Cool introduced me to, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're just going to have a really nice conversation and see what brought her into recovery and how she's doing it now. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. It's easy peasy. I am having a blast doing this, just sharing stories of recovery from all over the world. And, we have so much in common. We all recover differently, but we're all doing it. Recovery is possible. And there's going to be one more example of how Zoe does it. So,
hi.
Hello, Zoe.
Nice to meet you at last.
It's so wonderful to meet you as well. Oh my God, I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Put it on specially.
Oh my goodness, I just love Kim so much. She's become a really good friend and confidant. And we text each other every day, and I'm just dying to meet her in person. I can't wait. I really can't.
She's so positive. I love her.
Yes. So she says to me about a month ago, she said, Lori, I want you to meet my friend Zoe. She said she's awesome. She's doing this sober thing, and I want you guys to connect. So when I asked you, you said yes. So thank you very much for that. I know it's a little nerve-wracking, but we're just going to have a conversation between two girls, and I would just love to learn a little bit about you and what got you into recovery.
So where should I start? I guess like early adulthood. I used to drink when I used to go out, social occasions, but it wasn't a really big deal. And then I found when I kind of hit my 30s, I had children, my relationship with alcohol changed. So I drank more at home. I think definitely I was a victim, or maybe just a participant in the mummy wine culture. I don't know how how you sort of describe that in America, but that's what it was like. So you get stressed, you have wine, and on social media as well, I find there's a big thing about the mummy wine culture, and it kind of encourages women, if they're stressed, if they're happy, if they're sad, wine is kind of the fix.
Yes, of course.
And I think in 2015 I lost my dad, and the stress of that and everything else, I found then I'd drink when I was happy, but then I'd drink a lot when I was sad. And it became my crutch and my kind of go-to to de-stress. But obviously alcohol doesn't do that. It does the complete opposite. It makes you, it has a big effect on your mental health and well-being. And I'd wake up in the morning and like, why did I drink last night? I'm not going to drink tonight. And then you drink.
Oh,
everyone else is doing it. I thought I was going through the perimenopause as well, because I kept getting all these symptoms. I was sweating at night. I would feel tired. And so, I just put it down to, I'm obviously going through the perimenopause, but when I did give up back in 2018, and my body calmed down and everything else, I wasn't getting those sweats anymore. My mental health was better. I was sleeping better, and it's like,
who knew? What?
This is amazing. Why didn't I do this before?
So was there a turning point for you, or did you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Literally, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, yes. And I think it was after a horrendous hangover as well, because also with my drinking, I was a binge drinker. So once I started, some nights, especially, I have 4 children. So obviously in the past, when they were young, I did lots of drinking at home. And also, obviously, as a mum, you know, you want, when you do go out and socialize, you just get so overexcited as well. And then obviously I was drinking, and then I just drink to excess amounts, to black out and, you know, feeling sick. And I think after one of those sessions, I just thought, I cannot do this anymore. I'm just sick of feeling tired. I just, you know, I just didn't have any energy, motivation to do anything.
Did you check yourself into rehab? Did you know somebody in AA? How did you do it?
I didn't do that. I did know a really close friend that had given up drinking, and I was like, wow, why would she want to do that? And but I always remembered, and I would think about her, because deep down you kind of know, you know, that actually that's, you know, that seems a good option, but you're too scared to make the commitment, I guess. So after this hangover, I went to her and I just said, I can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do. And she recommended a book, and it was the Alan Carr book, The Easy Way for Women to Quit Drinking. And when I read this book, I mean, this book is probably written in the 80s. It's quite old fashioned, but the principles of it are brilliant. And it's all about mindset and changing your mindset. You know, you're not missing out when you're drinking, you know, you're actually gaining so much more. And that was the turning point, I think, for me. And it made me realize that if I wasn't drinking, I wasn't going to miss out. You know, actually, I was going to be fresh every morning, you know, I'd be hangover free.
Yes.
So that was the start of it, really. And then I just kept self-learning. So I would read books, and then I found the sober community. And I think mixing with, you know, people that speak your language and understand you, and obviously having a very supportive husband as well, I think has really, really helped me.
That's awesome.
So that's how I started.
That is awesome. Yeah, I got into AA. My brother was in it, and so he suggested that for me, and so that's what I did. And you know, and it was great. It saved my life. It really did.
Oh, God.
But when the quarantine hit, the COVID hit, we couldn't go to live meetings anymore. So I started reading a lot, and you know, doing some Zoom meetings, and you know, and they were great. But I found this community on Instagram. Like, really? Like, I'm older, so a lot of them are, you know, young kids, and I love to see the young kids getting sober earlier. But I just connected with some really great people. And Kim was like, wow, you know, and
you're drinking an addictive substance. So, you know, like a lot of people are going to get addicted.
Yeah. But it's so funny because, you know, I would always hear, like, you know, people overdosing on drugs, and, you know, I know cigarettes are bad for you. I know drugs are bad for you. But, you know, like you said, with the mommy wine culture, it's so glamorized. Alcohol is so glamorized. Oh, you know, I had all the pretty bottles in my house, and, you know, and everybody, it just is like, oh, it just makes you feel so, you know, loose and, you know, relaxed. And then for me, it just went to a whole other level, and I couldn't understand why I could not drink normally, you know, and I just can't. And that's okay. And that's okay. You live, we had a little conversation. I'm all Italian, but there's a story about my great grandmother. So my great grandfather was Italian, but he wanted to be a paratrooper in the English Army. So he changed his last name, He met my grandmother. She thought he was English, but he was Italian. And she was, I don't think she found out for a while, and I think she was mad. But in any event, she's from Ramsgate. She's from Ramsgate. And
Yeah.
I understand that you're not too far away from there.
If I go there next, I will take some photos and show
Please
you.
do. Please do. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. So what do you do now? Do you still read a lot? Do you like, I know you run. Is you making yourself healthier? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. And I just surround myself in really positive people. Still now, I've been sober 3.5 years now.
That's
but
awesome.
Still now you still get those triggers. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we get those triggers still, or, something will just pop into your mind. And it's about sort of distracting those feelings and, doing something positive. So, yeah, I absolutely love running. I love being outdoors. It's great for your mental health. If you see on my Instagram posts, I'm always out and about. But also, when I actually did give up alcohol, it opened a lot of opportunities. And I actually, as I said, I've got 4 children. They're all 4 boys. And they were all into football, which is soccer for you. Mm-hmm. And so there was basically a team that didn't have anyone that could manage it. It was an under-8s team. So my husband and I took over this football team. I mean, I used to hate football. My husband's watching the football now. So if you hear any screaming, it's because there's going to be a goal scored. But yeah, I didn't like football, but I got involved in our local football club, which is a community football club. And so, they were under 8s. They're under 11s now. So we've been with them for 3 years, and I've become a qualified football coach. So,
oh, wow.
So, yeah. Which is really random, something, you think when you give up alcohol, your world is going to be a lot smaller because, friends, am I going to lose my friends? What am I going to do for fun? But actually your world becomes a lot bigger. You meet amazing people, as you've done, and you can just, you can try anything, your world's your oyster. I was in London yesterday.
Yeah.
I was at a no booze cruise.
Really?
So we had as you know, the sober community in the UK is amazing. And there was a guy that actually arranged this no booze cruise, and there was about 120 people on a boat on the River Thames in London, sailing up and down the River Thames. Yeah, and it was all alcohol-free drinks. And a lot of the sober community there, a lot of the Instagram sober community there.
Really? And, oh my goodness. Just the surrounding ourselves with people that, that are doing this thing. And I don't know, I get so nervous sometimes when I have to go somewhere, and then, I was at a bridal shower last week, and, they're pouring champagne for everybody and everybody's taking it. And I'm like, and I just, take a deep breath, even after 11 years, I don't want anybody looking at me different, but, I was like, no, I don't drink. I said, do you have ginger ale? He goes, oh, of course. He goes, and he whispered, he goes, me too. So it's wonderful. Amazing. You just don't know who else is out there. He went and he got that ginger ale real quick and filled my champagne glass with ginger ale.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And each day gets better. It really does. But like you said, even when you have those days where something triggers you, it's just all about flipping the switch, just thinking of something different. And for me, I have to, I laugh and say, oh yeah, a drink would, lead to, would lead to me blacking out, passing out, not knowing what I did, said. And those feelings are just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want that anymore.
Play the tape forward, as they say. Yeah. And just never forget your why, why you did it in the first place. Yeah. Just never forget.
We do have a better life today, and we do recover.
We do.
Woohoo! You gonna do your little dance for me like you did on Instagram the other day? That was awesome. Oh. You're awesome. And thank you so much for doing this with me and helping to
Oh,
spread the word, the message that we do recover. Recovery
yeah,
is possible.
it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Zoe.
And you, yeah,
Continue
thank you.
sobriety, my dear. And
Yeah.
I will be following each
And
other on Instagram.
yes, yes. And I promise I'll go to Ramsgate for you.
Okay, thank you. Some pictures.
All right. Yeah. Lovely to see you.
Love seeing you too. Mwah. Thank you so much. You're the best.
Have a good Sunday. Yeah.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.